So now Gold swings to the first pitch, a fair ball down the left field line. Dempsey scores easily. Frelick will be sent home with a bobble in left field. Luke Gold brings the Eagles two closer. The 2-2 pitch from Sheehan, and he struck him out. Dan Metzdorf trying to keep this shutout. And he does! A breaking ball and 8 strikeouts in 8 shutout innings for the Boston College ace. Another 3-2. And he walked him. Vail thought he had strike 3, but it's outside. And a 5-walk inning for Notre Dame, and the game tied. There's Dante Baldelli, swings to the first pitch. This is out to center field and deep. Del Castillo gives it a look. It's gone. Baldelli with a 3-run homer. Into center and deep. Frelick on the run, and he trucks it down. Well, Gary Allenson playing the percentages. The problem with the percentages is the Chiefs' left-handed hitters, for the most part, are actually better against lefties than they are against righties. That includes Skull, who's right around 300 against lefties this year. And deep to right. Skull to the wall, and the Chiefs lead. It's the final week of the ACC regular season. As today on a spectacular Thursday from Brighton, Mass., it's Boston College and Virginia beginning their weekend series. And we welcome you to Harrington Athletics Village along with Bill Spalding. I'm Eric Galanti. We're going to talk a lot about strikeouts today with this pitching matchup. More on that in a minute. But let's look at the ACC standings first of all. And this is a Virginia team that was on the outside looking in at the tournament for a while, but has been steadily climbing of late.
Yeah, they started 4-11 in ACC play over their last 6 series, 12-6, so averaging winning 2 of 3 in each series. They're a scary team for the postseason because they have great pitching, and you want to talk about great pitching. How about the performance of the year in the ACC from Andrew Abbott last time out? He threw the first 7 1/3 of a combined no-hitter and struck out 16 against Wake Forest.
It started a weekend sweep for Virginia over Wake. They have won 5 of their last 6 series in the conference to get to this point. And Abbott, the ACC pitcher of the week, is a big reason why. Not a bad guy on the other side either, though. Emmett Sheehan also is plus 100 strikeouts this year.
Yeah, and he's been getting it with these elevated fastballs lately. He's been great since moving to Friday night, and you know you're at least going to get 6 innings out of him.
He's basically done that all year long. You look at the strikeout numbers across Division I. Entering this week, and anytime you're in the conversation with Leiter and Rocker, you're doing something right.
Yeah, there's a chance by the end of the night Andrew Abbott could be ahead of both Leiter and Rocker. Meanwhile, Emmett Sheehan's had a heck of a year and has a chance to break the Boston College single-season strikeout record today.
Well, we spent a lot of time talking about pitching there. Let's talk a little bit about offense, though, as we look at the starting lineup for Brian O'Connor and the University of Virginia. And this is a group that has started to hit better over the last couple of months. Since April 1st, they have 5 guys hitting over 300. An 8-0 lead for the Eagles. 5 of the first, 2 in the second, and 1 in the fourth tonight for Boston College's offense, which has continued its upward trajectory that we've seen over the last 4 games coming in. Eagles have hit 500 as a team tonight. 12 hits, 24 at-bats. Daniel Baruch in the 9 spot will lead off against Nicholas Regalado, who will start his first full inning out of the bullpen after coming in relief for Alejandro Rosario. And Regalado, his first pitch is down low, ball and no strikes.
Been dominant in every way you can be dominant through the first half of a ball game. Pitching, hitting, defense, all Boston College.
That was a good breaking ball from Regalado. 1 ball and 1 strike on Daniel Baruch, who's been the new left fielder of late for Mike Gambino. Won himself the job certainly recently over the last 5. Waves in that breaking ball, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
They've been looking for someone to take that job. First it was Chris Gallen's turn, the senior. Hasn't been able to produce this season, so then it went to the freshman Cameron Leary for about a month. Hit the skids. Baruch taking his turn. He's done a great job with it, Eric.
And he hits it hard down the third baseline. And Baruch is the 7th Eagle with a hit tonight. It's a double And a leadoff hit. Boston College has had the leadoff man on in 4 of its 5 turns at bat.
And the second inning in a row, it's a leadoff double. Pulled past the third baseman Morales. You gotta love stories like guys like Baruch. He's a two-way player too. He's pitched some, but as I said earlier, he'd never gotten a start all season until he came home from Tallahassee. And Mike Gambino said, all right, it's your turn. Next man up. And you take advantage of that opportunity and run with it.
Now Fralick, who's reached base all 3 turns. 2 infield singles and a walk. Sees it average up to 358 for the Golden Spikes Award watch list player in the preseason, Sal Fralick, who continues to move up draft boards. One missed down, and it got through Del Castillo. And Baruch moves to third base. Well, Del Castillo's worked a lot on his defense behind the plate, but that one slipped through, and it's a pass ball.
Got that earpiece in. See that when he took his helmet off? Watch this. This is a pitch that you just got to catch. He's trying to frame it for Regalado, the pitcher, but instead of catching the ball, he just watches it go glancing off his glove to the backstop.
Now, it's interesting to see that as Miami will bring the infield in. 1-1 is down. That is something that some of these Hurricane coaches have noted about Del Castillo, that they feel like he's doing a better job of stealing strikes with his framing this year. But, of course, you have to catch the ball.
Got to do that first. First things first. Right.
2-1. And Fralick missed outside. Again, the guy you see in the batter's box and the guy you see behind the plate will most certainly, according to the experts, be picked definitely in the first round, and many think in the top 10 in this year's upcoming Major League Baseball draft. A lot of talent in that circle. 3-1, hit a long way to left field. Jordan Lala onto the warning track, and he makes the catch. Fralick hit it a long way. It's a sacrifice fly to score Baruch. And Boston College leads 9-0. How about this power going to the opposite field?
Yep, it kept going and going, and I thought maybe the wind would just push it right on out. Needed about another foot before Lala was able to make the catch right as his back hit that left field padded fence.
And now Brian Dempsey takes ball 1. Dempsey, one of just 2 Eagles now without a hit in the ball game. And again, Castillo just missed it. 2 balls and no strikes.
It was fortunate there is the home plate umpire. The catcher misses a fastball like that, the umpire can get drilled.
2-0, wave and a miss. Dempsey, who came in with hits in 9 of his last 10 games. Again, starting his 155th consecutive game with Boston College. Back for a 5th year, granted by the extra year of eligibility given across the board due to COVID-19 a year ago. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike on Brian Dempsey.
I'm sure that Boston College is happy to see that swing from Fralick, driving it with power. That's one thing that he hasn't done a lot of late.
Into right field, Villar out, Rivera in. And it's Gabe Rivera, the right fielder, who has out number 2.
We've watched Fralick play for 3 years at Boston College, and he really does drive the ball. But during this recent stretch, last few weeks, he's got only 2 extra base hits total the last 12 games that he's played. We've seen a lot of the kind of hits he got earlier today, the infield hits, some walks. So he's still getting on base and helping his team win games, but not doing it the way that he has become accustomed to in the past by driving the ball.
Cody Morissette starting to heat up. 2 hits today, 5 hits over his last 2 games. Is a 6-game hitting streak now, including tonight. 2-0, and a high fly into right center. Gabe Rivera, the right fielder, gives way to the center fielder, Christian Del Castillo, and that ends the inning. Eagles add another on the sacrifice fly by Sal Fralick. 9-0 Boston College.